am alive. I mean, everything that can go wrong went wrong. Everything. So, I'm alive. So, it wasn't nobody did none. This is StreamYard kicked me off. Internet stopped working. Audio wasn't working. The visuals weren't working. The camera went down. I'm talking about everything that can happen. Like, and I've been struggling. I've been trying to get online on since the whole time. I can't find my earpiece, so I'm gonna have to go. Crazy, baby. Oh, that's just wild, man. That's wild. That's crazy, y'all. Everything in the nation just went wrong, y'all. All right, hold on. Oh man, bro, that's crazy. Can y'all hear me? Okay, so y'all can hear me. All right, man, everything that man, I did everything in the world trying to get this thing together, man. I apologize for. I've been trying to go live since the drop, of it, man. It's just crazy. All right, well, at the end of the day, Pete gang. I wanted to start off by here. Let's do this because I want to invite some folks up, man. Because today we're celebrating like two people, man. We just lost two people in the community, man. And I just want to first and foremost, send my condolences out to Felix's family, man. And again, I know we just lost Kendi not too long ago. I want to address something in the community that is bigger than just watches, man. So every time we show up for a new watch release, and I don't care, we're not just talking about Invicta, we're talking about everything across the board. Every time we do a watch launch or a YouTuber gets to talk about um the watch news, what's going on, watch crunch, I don't, and even the Facebook groups, all you guys that own Facebook groups that either promotes watches, you spread the story about how this watch changed your life, how many people you met. It's all about people, man. You know what I'm saying? So hold up, let me go ahead and put this in the chat real quick. Man, this is crazy, man. And again, if you've been sitting here, and I know you guys, I saw you guys have been waiting. I saw a few of you guys waiting, so I apologize for that, man. I literally had everything going. I found out that StreamYard, like I stopped paying for StreamYard when they started charging over $50 for services, and I was like, nah, it's not worth it, especially what you get in the package of $50. It wasn't worth, those things. It just wasn't. So I stopped, and I was using the free service, and I just found out that the free service, even though all of my sound bites, everything's on there, you have to upgrade to use those now. So you guys know I don't just start a show. I like to, like on this one, you know what I'm saying, on this platform, I like to play the music. And I wanted to give a tribute because I got a video of Felix, man, and Kendi, and I can't play it on here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my YouTube channel over here on the side here and pull up some videos, man, that let's see, that's crazy. Now my oh, the show must go on. The show must go on. That's crazy. Two great people. They both would truly be missed. Yeah, so I dropped the link, man. So if you want to come up and say a few words, tell your story about Felix and Kendi, feel free to do that. But in the meantime, that's what I want to do. I want to come on here and honor both of them and tell the story of Felix, so to speak. Felix the Great. And this goes back. I was just talking to Vic, and I think I seen you in the chat, bro. Kev Cook in there, man. Let me Megazoid is in here. Victor College in here. Watchdog. What's going on, man? I appreciate you guys being so patient with me, man. Fred, what's going on, bro? All right, so my man. Hey, I haven't been able to do this in a long time. I've been out of practice, man. But hold up. Let me see if I can get this together, man. Hailing from a planet we don't know, far, far, far away, man. One of the greatest men to ever collect, one of the greatest men to ever speak, one of the greatest men to ever walk this planet. What a beautiful family in tow. This man has a collection that will humble just about anybody in this here community. This man is a collector of all things. Plus, he loves Transformers, man. So he's one of my guys. Please help me welcome to the stage the infamous and the great Victor.
What's happening, family? What's happening?
What's up, baby?
Give me just 1 second. I need to adjust my audio really quick.
No worries, bro. No worries.
Can you guys hear me okay?
I can hear you just fine, bro. Oh, we just lost you, though. Just lost you. Come on back up, bro, whenever you get a chance to, bro. Whenever you get that chance, bro. Hold on, let's see here. Layout. There we go. So we'll get him back up here. Tony White is in the building. He said, yes, sir. Until we get him back, or if you need me to drop him, I can drop it again. Drop the link again, bro. It is bittersweet, man. Bittersweet, man. I'm gonna tell a few things about Mr. Felix. If you guys follow me on Facebook, I literally posted a clip of a conversation we had about a battle that we were on. There we go. You good, bro?
Okay, I think I'm 5x5 now.
All right. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we
Okay.
go. Welcome on, bro.
What's happening, fam?
Hey, bro, you looking good, man.
Hey, just trying to live better and be a little healthier in my life.
Oh, hey, I'm with you on that one, bro.
You get to that point where you realize you got fewer years in front of you than you did behind you, and you want to stretch that out as much as you can.
Yeah, say that, bro. Say that.
But
Say that. Who's that?
good to see you. It's been
Himmy's
too
in the
long.
building.
Yeah.
Yeah, Himmy's in the chat. We got a lot of folks in the chat, man. Hey, here's the deal. I want to say this before we even get started, man. For those that are coming by this channel, I go by the name of Trap Vision 3D. This may be your first time here. I started the channel off of Invicta, talking about my love and passion for Invicta. And I know that if you are one that goes on YouTube and you look at all of the YouTubers across, you have a plethora of people that you can listen to. You don't have too many. The people that talks about Invicta is far and few between. It's a very small and very niche community. However, once you get into that community, you'll see how vast and how big this community is. And some people wonder, like, why do people collect? It's not even, in this case today, it's not about the watch. It's not about specs. It's not about how big or how heavy or how audacious an Invicta is. It's about the people that collect it and the people that have like Kendi, Ryan. Now we got some people that we lost, Nitro Jill, her memories. It's like she will be solidified in history, period. You know what I'm saying? People that know, that's been in this community, they know the people that we've had and what we lost, but we also know that who we got here. And Vic, you're one of the pillars, bro. You're one of the pillars of this community. So welcome on and welcome in to the lifestyle.
The thing about pillars is, one pillar by itself ain't gonna do much of anything, man. So it was a group effort. It took a lot of us to hold this thing up. And Felix and Kendi were definitely two heavy load bearing pillars.
Yes,
and it's sobering, to think of them no longer with us. Football season's coming up, and my man Felix and I were in the minority. We're hardcore Commanders fans, so it's funny. I went to the preseason game last week, and I was just thinking this week I need to holler at him, and so we could talk our strategy for the season. Our couch coaching sessions, and let make sure that the team know we needed them to produce this year. Otherwise, we were going to have to make some cuts. But I'm sad that I'm not going to be able to have that conversation with him. And I just know that at this point he's got the best seats in the stadium.
Right.
And I can only imagine him holding court up there, because if you know Felix like we know Felix, he's out there telling anybody who listen who the greatest is. And
yeah. We gonna get to that, baby. Oh yeah. Hey, wrist check, baby. What you got on the wrist right now?
Believe it or not, brother, I'm not wearing a thing.
You bare wristed? Oh, okay.
And I think it's just when you caught me, and now I'm feeling self-conscious, so I feel the need to go grab something. But I didn't. I'm to the point now where as long as I don't leave the house, I'm okay.
There you go.
But yeah, now that my peoples are looking at me, I feel like my wrist is naked, so I might have to go grab something real quick.
Hey, do what you gotta do. I'm rocking the yellow.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I had to do that with the orange. I was wearing orange already, man. Somebody told me I look like one of them traffic guys directing like the construction dudes. I was like, I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? My job is done. Whew.
Absolutely.
He said bucket naked. He said it's mandatory, man.
I'm I'm feeling exposed now,
Hey
and now
man,
my reputation has taken a hit.
Ben
So
10 said, "Go get a watch, brother."
you know, I got to, I got to, because as we all know, a man without a watch will waste your time.
Ooh, bars.
You know,
Yeah, man.
so
Hey, I will say though, bro, you are looking debonair, bro. You looking good, man.
thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming, but I've been doing some work. I'm down. Let's see, from 270 to 209.
Let's go.
Yeah, in
Let's
just under a year.
go.
Yeah, man. It's I've been getting up in the mornings and running 2 miles, and that's before work, and then getting
Okay.
ready, getting that, during lunchtime, do a couple of laps around the parking lot.
Yes,
Just,
sir.
not a whole lot of crazy stuff, because even before I was running, I was walking.
Right, right,
Just
right.
doing some little behavioral changes. Okay, I'm in compliance now, Trap.
Thank
I
you.
went ahead and threw on a new acquisition.
That's a
This is
Swiss made
the
too?
Invicta Coalition Forces trigger. If you
Yeah,
never seen one of these,
yeah,
this is the ones with the trigger.
yeah. That's that chronograph, boy.
Yes, sir.
That's a very unique way to sport a chronograph.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Iconic. And
yeah.
I was lucky to grab this one for a steal. I'm not going to talk about how I came up on this, but
Yeah, sometimes you gotta keep, you know what I'm saying? Keep it in your pocket, you know,
absolutely.
keep it in your
All I can
pocket.
say is no one was harmed.
Man, hey, somebody said Trippy and Victor. Hey, listen, man. Um, and everybody that's watching right now, man, I just want you to think about this. Vic, congratulations on losing weight, bro. And
Appreciate it.
taking control of your health, man. And this is something I want to talk about real quick. The alternative life choice, where people are literally taking their own lives from depression and everything else. For those that you don't know, there, like, as far as veterans concerned, there's over 22 veterans that commit that crime, that travesty, every day. Right, we lose somebody every day, man. I know soldiers that went through wars, man, and came back home, and then they just couldn't cope for whatever reason. And this happening, but then you broaden this out to your communities, man. You don't know how many people in your community can't cope under the
Yeah.
regime, under the pressures, under the weight of just life. So that's another reason why I want to do this episode, this live stream. And it's important to me because I realize one thing, Vic, and everybody that's watching. I've been doing YouTube for 7 years. It'll be 8 years here in a couple months. I've been through my ups and downs, and I have even considered the alternate of living multiple times. I've shared that before. Uh, had some losses, had some major losses in life. You know what I'm saying? I'm right now battling some stuff. Like, I got some legal issues right now. You know what I'm saying? And um, dealing with that stuff, man. It's rough. It's tough trying to go through all this stuff, man. And if you don't have a community around you, man, oh my gosh. Oh wow, bro. Like, you have to. I just talked to a brother that I hadn't talked to in a while, right? A long time. We hadn't talked in a long time. And the one thing through Felix's passing, even Kendi's, is reminding me that, like, you should be in touch with your people. You should be in touch
Yeah.
with your people. You should, like, we should be, like, because you know what? Let's keep it 100, bro. The outside world didn't matter, and I'm talking about on the horology end. Panerai collectors, Rolex collectors, none of these other collectors matter is in the Invicta community, because we had our own community. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, the Victorholics, you got your group, like, man, I knock, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody had their group, and everybody coincide with each other, man. And you have some gems within this group. Some silent warriors, if you will, people that's keeping stuff going behind the scenes that you don't even know is pushing this thing forward.
Right.
I would even give kudos to Ryan and Victor Ryan, because and I'm not slandering AL for anything, but I have my everybody seen what it was, the lawsuits, and we saw how Invicta crumbled, and a lot of people accused him. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that happened. But the biggest thing about it is the human connection is the most important.
Absolutely.
Started with a watch, man, and ended in family. I've been saying that for the whole time I've been up here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who cares about your watch if you're not here? You're more important than the timepiece that you got on your wrist. Oh, who that? Is that who
That's
that?
Vince. Little
Is that
Vince.
Vince?
Say hi. Say hey, everybody.
What's up? What's going on, big boy? What's up, man? Oh man, you got big, dude.
Yeah, he's growing pretty fast.
Yo, bro, you look like a superhero, man. Yeah, you look like a
My man will be
superhero.
5 in 3 weeks.
5? Oh yeah.
5 in 3 weeks.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
ready to take on the city now, brother.
Oh yeah. They grow fast. But I'm gonna tell you, and you're right, Trap. The thing is, you're right. It all started with a watch. But here's the thing.
Yes,
What's
sir.
the watch without arms to wear them? If we're not here to wear them, to showcase them, to talk about them, to talk to each other about it, to talk our smack, to express our bragging rights, to celebrate each other when we come up on a good deal, or lambast each other because I might like your watch better than I like mine, and I hate you for it. It's the community, man. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
and we have to acknowledge when people are passing on from our
yeah,
community, and
yeah,
we just we have to take a moment out and celebrate that life, because he was one of us. All right, Felix, by no stretch of the imagination, was a perfect person, but
right.
he was our imperfect person,
I'm trying to
and
think.
I to this day, I smile when I think of that man busting up in there talking about, I'm the greatest, the greatest collector in here, and I just been doing this for 15 minutes. Blah, blah, blah. It's just
Hold on. I got to get one just for the road, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, Trap, man. I'm one of the greatest collectors out there, man. Yeah, and I know Vic. Hey, man, he's old school, man. I'm the future, man. I'm the wave out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody collect like me, man. Tell
listen.
him, Trap. Man, bro, I am going to miss that argument. I'm like, bro, who died and made you the king of collectors, man?
That part, that part.
Yo,
If
me and
he
him
busts
used to
up in
go
there,
at it,
I'm
bro.
like, man, I ain't crap then. He can just step in here and take over. And don't get me wrong, it's okay to have a healthy sense of self-worth. But if adrenaline and self-confidence was a person,
Oh,
you know,
oh, man. Tony White, hey, listen, when he came up with the Tony White came up with Invicta Bama, gave him that name because he was Invicta the Great. Oh no, I was Felix the Great. And I said, what makes you great, Felix? But wait a minute, hold on, what was it? It was another name he used to use on in the chat, man.
Felix the
What,
Great. It was
yeah, but what's it? Felix the Great Gladiator or something like that. I think he used.
man,
I think it when before Shop HQ went off the air. He was. I think he used the name, actual name of a watch in his name.
Nubio. No.
I
Oh,
think
I
it was
can't
like the
remember.
Great Gladiator or something like that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yes.
Yeah, man,
Yes.
bro, that
Yeah.
brother was going through identity crisis, boy.
And then he took a couple of L's in the battles and he stopped doing that.
Bruh. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something too. I will never forget. I'll tell this story. We was at Godfather's house, man. Me and Felix got into it, bro. Like me and him got in a straight argument over. I said, Felix, man, like you pissing me off, man. He was like, and then he said, Trap, let me talk to you. I said, what's up? He said, I don't mean no harm, man. I'm just talking my stuff. He said, I love y'all, man, for real. He said, bro, I watch all the shows. I just love being a part of this community. And I said, I know.
Yeah.
I get it. I said, dude, we gonna bump heads at the end of the day. I said, I don't play friendly with everybody, you know what I'm saying? But like, dude, like I said, you have my phone number. Everybody ain't got my phone number. But you
Right.
got my phone number, bro. Like, you know what I'm
That part.
saying? You know what I mean?
That
So,
part.
and I was like, he can call a text, and that was the one thing that's heartbreaking now, losing him. He had called me and was like, yo, he couldn't wait for Godfather's cookout. and he was talking about him becoming a grandfather and stuff like that. I know he was proud of that, man. And
Absolutely.
we talked, man. We talked for a good while, man. And we got off. He said, "Man, I'll be in touch with you, bro." I said, "All right, cool." And nothing like, and then we get the word. You know, I get the call from Jay Jones. He left me. I missed Jay Jones' call. Then Vic called me, and then Jay Jones called me right back. And bro, like my heart was just broke, man. I was like, because we lost somebody huge in the community, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, bro.
And you know, Felix, for all his posture, dude had a heart of gold. Whenever I went to college in Alabama, in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So
Oh,
I would always fly into Birmingham. And you know, Felix lived in Bessemer, which is like a stone's throw from Birmingham.
right.
So he would always make it a point. If he wasn't carrying anybody, he would drive to that airport and he would meet me in baggage claim just for a quick selfie and a dap and you know he'd be like, hey, you know, let me know you come back through, we'll break bread, you know, just you know, hospitality on 10, you know, just for you don't have a lot of people like that anymore, man, you know.
You
And
don't,
he
man.
made it a point. He was like, Vic, yeah, you coming through, let me know, man, and you know we'll grab something to eat, we'll hang out. And you know, I'm only in Tuscaloosa, you know, 4 days for homecoming once a year. But he would always stop whatever he was doing. If he wasn't like directly working or out of the area, he would come through the airport just to say hey.
But you know, he loved people though, bro. You know what? You know one thing I'm thankful that I had a chance to do, man, was you remember that we just talked about this earlier. The watch, the carbon, right?
Yes, yes.
When he hit me up, he said, "Yo, Trap, um, I can't source that bracelet, bro. I can't source that. Hold up, wait a minute. Before we even let this man come up, man, this dude is like what 2.5 weeks before this huge shindig we call a barbecue where all these community people, all these folks, all these family members, all these
Yep.
lost souls get to come and enjoy a nice meal, man. They get a nice prayer and we get to sit and talk, we get to drink, we get to interact, man, and then we get to see this man's collection. I call this man a brother. And for those that don't know, I call him, he's one of my stupid face brothers. If you know, you know. Please help me welcome to the stage, Godfather.
Hey, what's going on, everyone?
Yeah, what's going on,
Godfather
man?
Almighty,
Hold on. We're
the
not worthy.
legendary. Listen, good to see you, sir.
What's up,
Hey,
bro?
good to see you guys as well. You know, I popped up on my notifications and that you were going to be going live in like 30 minutes. I said, notify me. Stupid thing didn't notify me. And I'm looking and said, oh, wait a minute. Let me see if he's still on, you know. I said, let me join up in here and everything like that, you know, and just to, you know, say hey and stuff like that. And yeah, you know, talk about Felix, you know, good guy. And you say 2.5 weeks. No, Trap, it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today.
I knew you
You
was gonna. I set that up. I knew you was gonna correct it. Let's
hey,
go.
you show up in 2.5 weeks, you ain't getting no food.
I know that's right. Might get conversation, but you ain't getting no food.
Right.
Exactly. Because look, it won't be no leftovers, you know.
Guaranteed.
Because as we all know, if you leave hungry,
Show them
That's
damn
your
food.
home.
I tell you, you know.
yes, sir.
I remember inviting Felix to the cookout. Matter of fact, it was it was the Labor Day cookout before the Maryland Group's cruise because that was in 23. Okay, and he asked, because we've been talking online and stuff like that, and he asked, if he can come. You know me, I'm a nice guy. You know, hey, sure, come on. You know, he came, enjoyed himself, and you know, he, like you said, he had a heart of gold, and he could be a little bit to take. You know, he's not everybody's cup of tea and stuff, but when he came, he was very respectful to the family and everybody around and stuff like that. And he knew from the fact that, okay, you come to my cookout. I already told him, This is not a drunk fest. Okay, this is a family affair. Okay, this is, and to get it straight, that this is not an Invicta event. You know, a couple of times I had to, stress that to him. This is not an Invicta event. This is my family's barbecue that I am inviting, people to come on out and enjoy what I say the 3 F's, family, food, and fun. And, you guys came on out, so you know how it is and everything like that. And Felix would show up, every cookout, ever since that first one. Hey man, I drove like 11 hours, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, we got another guest that's wanting to come up to the stage, man. So y'all already know he hasn't been up here for a minute, man. He's a new grandfather. He has a beautiful collection, man. And I call him Big Sexy, man, because I think WWE ripped off his look. You know what I'm saying? Help me welcome. Oh, Joe.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, Joe?
What's
What
up,
do you know,
Papa?
Joe?
It's a pretty sad day, I'll tell you. Oh,
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
It is. Bad, sad day, brother.
The good thing is that the man lived like he wanted to.
Yeah.
And me and him have had numerous conversations to, make sure you live your life and try not to have regrets.
True.
Okay. Everybody's going to have a lot of regret, well, hey, I should have took this trip, or, I should have bought that watch, or I should have, should not have eaten that steak or whatever. But those are minute regrets. Okay. Don't have regrets in your life. If you have kids, love your kids. Don't regret having kids. Don't regret having grandkids or great grandkids. So those are the type of regrets that you should not have at all. And I tried to express that to people. Hey man, I regret having that last drink. That's minute. That's something that you could have controlled. Things that you can't control, don't have regret over.
That's true.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Now you want to have a regret not coming to the cookout. Okay.
That's
a regret. All right. Regret not showing up for my birthday. All right. We got a big problem there.
Oh, in 2 weeks, baby. In 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Look, it's not every day that you turn 70. Okay.
Yeah. Amen to that, brother.
Yeah.
And some of us don't even make it.
Exactly,
I'm trying to tell you, man.
I was talking with a cousin of mine, and I was telling him, and I was talking with Jay Boogie as well. So listen, I says, everybody since I've met this community, okay, everybody that I know that have passed on have been younger than me. Right? Yeah. That's unacceptable. Even Kendi, she was younger than me and she passed. I said, listen, all you young folks passing, who's going to be at my funeral? You young folks.
I think you're immortal, bro. I don't think you're going to ever die.
I will be there boo-hooing.
Man.
I'll be shedding the manliest thug tears ever shed.
Manly thug tears go crazy.
Manly thug tears. And I ain't even a thug.
Yeah,
yo.
Trust me. The young folks, now it has been my experience with a lot of the younger generation, and there's a stigmatism that applies to the younger generation to where they do not want to talk about health. Okay, whether it's physical or mental, you don't want to talk about it. But then how are we supposed to know what's going on in your life? How are we supposed to check on you just to say, hey, how you doing, if we don't know what's going on? Do not be afraid to talk to somebody about your health, okay? Because we don't want, I've had, just like with Felix, and I've had other cousins and stuff like that that passed on. We didn't know that they passed until days later because we didn't know that they were having health issues.
Right.
Okay. And because of that, they passed alone. Right. We do not want the folks, whether younger generation or older generation, we do not want them passing alone.
That's true. Hey, I want to welcome everybody in that just stopped in, man. Appreciate you guys. Today, we're celebrating the lives of people that we lost. Kendi being it, 2 weeks ago, Felix being just a day ago. Their contribution to this community is huge, right? Kendi, of course, Kendi's been in the business well over 30 years.
Yeah.
Talking about well over 30 years. And she brought Invicta to us like none other, man. And she wasn't a watch expert. You know what I'm saying? She was in jewelry and beauty, right? And she just made it comfortable. I don't know how many watches, and I know y'all have bought watches when Kendi got to talking. She ashamed you into the watch. She'd be like, hey, this is your type of watch. If you like Venoms, yeah, you're going to get that watch because Kendi said so, right? And she's not forcing you into it. It's just she has a way of words. You know what I'm saying? And if you had the pleasure of meeting her, oh my gosh, this woman was an angel on earth, bro. Like one of the sweetest women I've ever met. And I'll never forget the cruise we were on. She was on air forever. Somebody posted that picture too. All of us, everybody was in this picture. And Kendi, I think the show had ended like 1 o'clock in the morning, man. And she said, you know what? I'm exhausted. She kicked her shoes off right there. She had on some heels. Because,
Mm-hmm.
Kendi's a tall woman, but she's shorter than you when she take the heels off. Well, she's shorter than me. And she just talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just see how genuine she is, man. And then here comes Felix. Felix coming to the game, and I'm telling you, that man kicked the door off the hinges. And I'm gonna tell you this: no matter how annoying it was, I was like, "Yo, bro, wait a minute. Who do you think you are as a collector, man? Because you got Godfather's been collecting the longest that I know of. You got Bob Cohen. You had Muhammad. You got some greats, man. You got the Bling brothers. You got all these people that didn't matter to him. He said, man, hey, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. My collection is second to none, man. I'm the greatest thing out here, man. I was selling Invicta, man. I breathe Invicta. Hey, man, I brought it back, man. And Trap, if you didn't have YouTube, man, I'd be greater than you. I was like, who this man talking to? Bro, yo, this dude let me have it. Yo, what?
He came in, like a storm, but a storm will come through and just sort of wipe out stuff without knowing what's there. And Felix was like that. He come in and talk big, but he didn't realize the amount of folks that was out there that been collecting a whole lot longer. He basically, I think Felix started, and we were like what a year post-COVID when he started. So within 2 years, he had bought something like 300 to 400 watches. Yeah. So he thought by him doing that, that he was the best thing to slice bread. It's like no.
you could, but Godfather, you couldn't tell him that. Hey, real quick, I don't have the graphic. I can't utilize StreamYard like that. So Oscar, thank you for the super chat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I got it. I give it to you, baby. Thank you so much, man, because that's going to go back. And I'm gonna tell you this too. I don't know if there's going to be anything posted for Felix if they need some type of assistance. So I'm going to ask that you guys stay tuned. If there's something where we need to help Felix and his family, I will post this here because I know some of you guys aren't attached to Facebook, man. I definitely want to do that. And I do it. It's a labor of love for me. I will say this, and everybody can chime in. I'm thankful and humble today. I went to church this morning. and had to give me some sleep because it's been like really a lot of stuff going on. But one thing dawned on me is since I've had this YouTube channel, I have not only been able to talk about watches and present watches, go to different events, but I have been a part of so many people's lives, right? I have been in the thick of everything, you know what I'm saying? And it really hit me as humbling to know, man, like I was able to go to Godfather's, barbecue for the first time. I was able to go up to Shop HQ and see how everything based on like what Ryan set that up. I've been able to, I had breakfast with Vic and his family. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I have done so much stuff. I haven't had a chance to meet, like Joe in person, man. But like me and Joe would talk, you know what I'm saying, text and stuff like that, man. And bro, like I have been able to see and witness so much stuff. We lost a number of people. Along the way. What was it? One, the kayak guy, man. He used to sing.
Yeah.
Like, man, dude, like, and I remember coming from, matter of fact, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Vic, that was the time we had left your spot and I was coming back to Indy. We had just had breakfast and I was leaving and found out that he died at that time. And I'm like, yo, heartbroken. And then, of course, the fall of Invicta. You know what I'm saying? Like when it left Shop HQ, and I have to admit, and I'm going to say this for all you guys that are Invicta collectors and fans of Invicta, I would say some of you guys have turned to the dark side when it comes to this family orientation that we had. Not one person, not one person is responsible for the building up of this community. Not one. This came as a collective. And it's crazy that as I'm saying this, I have to bring on one of the greatest, one of the most motivating, one of the guys that say, man, I ain't making no noise. Please help me welcome to the stage, Tony White.
What's
He
up,
does
man?
What's up,
man?
bro?
dude.
Hey, man, I couldn't keep sitting back, man. Let y'all have all the fun, man. Y'all know Felix was my guy, man. Y'all know that, and Kenny meant everything to all of us.
Yeah.
I just couldn't sit back, man, and not say something about Felix.
Yeah.
But my most memorable moment that I'm gonna miss from Felix is football season. He can't call me before the game. He can't call me at halftime, and he can't call me after the game and say, "Man, we stuck up the joint."
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. But like you say, Felix came in, man, and the one thing he always told me, he said, "Man, I just came in late to the party, man. If I had been collecting when y'all guys was collecting, I had everything y'all got." I
Yeah.
said, Felix, you say that, Felix, but we were paying big dollars for these watches when we
Yeah,
first
we
started
did.
collecting.
Yeah.
Ain't like what you was paying when you got in.
And you
Right.
know what, Tony, you bring up a good point because, like, this is not a brag. All right. Felix and I met on the field of battle twice.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And after that first battle, that's what prompted him to holler at you, Trap, about getting that carbon.
Yeah, I
And
know.
he was trying to get that carbon because that's the piece that I beat him with.
Yeah.
And he found one and had to cobble, get straps for it together and everything. And then he went on a crazy buying spree.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
he did.
Before he faced me again.
Yeah.
And he talked his trash every time he heard, well, you beat me, but you barely beat me. You wasn't gonna, I was like, okay, all right, Tony. I mean, not Tony, Felix, all right.
Yeah.
And then, with the second battle, I took on him and Venom Kev at the same time.
Yeah.
And he thought for sure, he was gonna take me down again. And after it was over, he came to me so respectfully and said, "Hey man, look, I just your collection is amazing. I just don't have the heat that you have." I said, "Felix, you got plenty of heat.
Yeah.
You just have to connect to your watches, man." He bought them up like they were Pokemon, and he had to catch them all.
Correct.
That's what it was to him.
Yeah.
And once he and I had that conversation, he had like a deeper understanding. I felt like he had more respect for the watch game, and it takes a big man to stand up and say, okay, I have something to learn, especially somebody who's just naturally boisterous and larger than life, like Felix.
Yeah.
So for him to come at me like this had to be like an hour after the battle and say what he said to me, I had a lot of respect for him for being able to do that. He wasn't bitter. It was a good time.
Yeah.
And he gave me my props, and I was like, you know what, respect, man. And I feel like he and I turned the corner at that moment because our relationship had never been like really adversarial, but sometimes he acted like more like a frenemy than a friend.
Yeah. I was telling Felix during that cruise, I kept telling him, I said, listen, I says, you have your watches. I know what you're going to be showing and stuff like that. I said, but I said, we need to hear a story. I said, everybody out here, will know about the watch. You show us a watch, we're going to know practically everything about the watch. What we want to hear is the story behind the watch. What caused you to get this watch? No matter what it is, we want to hear a story. And then after the battle, because see, Vic, you kept telling a story about your watch, okay? And they weren't. So after the battle, I went up to Felix. I said, yo, man, I kept telling you guys. I says, tell us a story about the watch. I said, your watch is going to be passed around. People are going to look at the watch. We're going to know what the watch is, the movement and everything like that. That's not what we're looking for. Tell us a story about the watch. And then that's when later on, he came up to you and, express his respect and everything like that, because like you have to tell a story. I don't care what kind of watch you have. You can have a $20 Timex. If you tell me a good story, okay, that comes, allows me to appreciate that watch a whole lot more than just it being a timepiece, something to tell.
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely.
Connection to your pieces, man. Otherwise, they're just toys.
Yeah, exactly. So always connect. And everybody here, I don't care who you are, everybody here has a story about each one of their watches. Okay? Whether, hey, you know what? I saw it, I liked it, so I bought it, versus, you know what? I was walking down the street, I was hanging out with the fellas, and I saw this watch on this guy's wrist, and it sort of just spoke to me, and I talked to him about it and everything like that, which caused me to go out and buy the watch. So everybody has a story about their watches. Don't be afraid to tell the story. Hey, what got you into it? Watch collecting, not necessarily Invicta, but what got you into watch collecting as a whole?
Absolutely. I got pieces. So there's a Venom in my collection that I refer to as the Tony White, because. And Tony, you know which one I'm talking about. You know why? I'm doing a show at Christiana Mall, a collector's event, and one of my pieces that has been sought after, by a member of this panel. I'm not going to mention any names. All of a sudden disappears, and I'm like, "Where's my watch?" And of course, you got somebody here skinning and grinning. Meanwhile, my watch is behind his back. But now every time I wear that watch, I think about my boy Tony White. I've got Pro Diver Value 7750 hematite that I'm close to, just because I know I share that watch with Godfather, Tony White, Darren Robinson, men that I consider, myself close to. We share that piece in common, so I think of them when I wear that piece. Those are the connections that this Invicta community has built. I can't think of an excursion without thinking about my man Trap Vision. That's everybody's got their favorite collection. And these are the things that bring us together, and the things that keep us together.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, when I wear my carbon, I think of Felix.
You know what's funny? I have a non-Invicta product in my hand right now. I'm gonna tell you a story about the Mr. White. This right here is a micro brand. Hold on, let me tell you the story, bro. This blew my mind. So I come all the way out there to DC to an event, a micro brand event, right? So I know I'm familiar with a lot of people, man. So Long Island is out there, and I've talked to Mark on multiple occasions, man. I'm going over here, I'm doing some other stuff, and I turn around and this lady said, "Hey, your man is waiting on you." I said, "Who?" Tony's sitting behind the counter with the owners of this thing. And I was like, Tony ain't never in his life been around these microbrand people. And he got the whole thing. And I'm looking at this watch. And they told me a price. Tony said, nah. He said, that's trap. You gonna get it. He's like, look, you sold me a watch for a cheap price. You gonna give him a better than that. And Tony told them what I was gonna pay for that watch. And they looked, they said, well, Trap, you got the money? I said, yeah. I paid dang near $115 less than what they were gonna charge me for this watch because of the dude. So this my Tony White, right? This my Tony White, and then I did a review in his living room. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, even with all that, man, you know, without you, Trap, we just names, with no faces. You know, the same thing with Godfather. You know, I met Felix because Felix was at Godfather's barbecue. You know,
Right.
we just sit behind, you know, a TV or a computer or a cell phone, and we're just names. You know, Trap, you allow us the ability to put a face to a name, and Godfather as well. So, you know, I want to thank, you know, both of you guys for what you do. The same thing with Joe. You know, we met Joe and saw Joe through Travis. The same way how Felix became a household name was you know on being on your show, Trap. So you know, I thank both of you guys, you know, for using your platforms to allow us to be who we are.
Absolutely.
That's what I was saying this morning. I was humbled by that. Joe, come up anytime you like when you ever get. I'm gonna post it again. Yeah, that's the thing that I don't take for granted, man. I'm thankful to God for this, bro, because I have been in the centerpiece of stuff. I've seen some of the greatest things ever here. I've been to weddings. I've been to out to New York. We did battles out there, bro. We got a chance to battle on a cruise ship. Like, man, bro, I'm talking about like. There's nothing I will never ever forget this, man. You guys that don't know this, we got on a cruise, a small group. And AL, yeah, he loaned out Ryan, but it was the collectors that ran the thing, and we sold out a comedy club, man. It was probably like 12 feet left in the back of this thing. Man, it was people walking like, what's going on in here? And they sat down like, what is this? And they watching y'all battle. They watching me MC and then we got judges up to the side, man. That whole thing was lit. And bro, that's history. That's history. You can never like ever deny what this community was, man. I got you, Joe.
No. I mean,
you can never deny this.
You know, this you know, Invicta itself, okay, has brought a lot of us together. You know, and it has brought you guys, you know, into my life. Right. And you know, I had known Trap's channel for a minute, and on the 2020 cruise, which was the last cruise before COVID, you know, that's when I actually got to meet Trap in person. And you know, the man showed me, you know, big respect. You know, hey, you meet people, yo, man, how you doing? Right? But Trap showed me, you know, so much respect. You just met me. You don't know who I am other than the name, you know. So, and then you guys and stuff like that. And then everybody's talking about when the next cruise. We were all in the chats talking about this because of COVID. And here it was 2 years. I said, you know what? I'm done waiting. COVID ain't going nowhere.
Right.
I'm having my cookout. Memorial Day of 2022, I'm having a cookout. And I opened up my family's cookout to the Invicta community, you know. And people came out and you know, all of a sudden the cookout was the talk of the year. Like, hey, realize this is just my family's cookout, people. Come, you know, I'm inviting you to my cookout, not an Invicta clique. Now, people brought watches, people showed watches.
Yep.
Everybody had a good time talking, but that allowed people to become face to face with people whose names they only heard of, and to find out more that these people are more than just watch collectors. Okay, everybody here is more than just a watch collector. You know, Tony White. You know, this man here. You know, he'd be out running around North Carolina doing his traveling and stuff like that, and he'll text me, "Yo, I'm going to be stopping by this store. I'm going to be getting some 1800 because 1800 is tequila that I get. What do you need? I said, well, hey, how about this and this and this? Man, shows on up with that. I turn around the Invicta bottle of tequila. All right. He went on a cruise. I said, yo, check to see if they have this. He says, I got you. I got you. Vic, you came to the cookout, again, not an Invicta event, but people who wanted to see my collection, I showed my collection. You see my collection, everything like that. I'm not one to, boast of myself. I don't build myself up or anything like that. This is my collection. Here's my cookout. Enjoy the food. I do these things, and I tell people I don't do it for praise. I don't do it for any type of accolades whatsoever. Okay. I do this because it was something I started back in 2000 when my mom and sister passed. I got tired of people saying, I ain't seen you in so long. Twice a year we're having this cookout. So now you can say, I ain't seen you since the last cookout. What's been going on? I ain't seen you since last year. No, I ain't seen you in 20 years. Yeah. This is the reason why I have these cookouts, because we don't want to have situations where, like Felix passing, and nobody knows, and then 5-10 years we find out, man, has anybody heard from Felix? Oh man, he passed away. Oh, what? When did that? Now we as a family, not necessarily a community, but as a family,
right,
we can talk about this anytime when we come to the cookout. Now, I will have before the blessing, there will be a moment of silence for Felix and Kendi.
Yep.
Okay. I plan on doing a toast to them around 6:30. Okay. There's going to be 2 toasts. One at 6:30, which will be for Kendi and Felix. Okay. And then there'll be a toast at 7 o'clock. Okay. Now, the toast at 7 o'clock is going to be for me and me thanking all of you guys. Right. Now, I've already been asked why 7 o'clock. Okay. So, the reason why I chose 7 o'clock is because 7 o'clock. I'm turning 70 years. Okay. So it just goes hand in hand. 7 o'clock will be that there.
It's all about timing. I see what you did there, Godfather. I see what you did there.
Yeah. So, but, and now, you've seen in the group chat where I put down it's going to be cookout casual, because somebody had the nerve to ask me if I was going to be wearing a suit.
I think that's because they wanted to know what time the Tony White challenge was.
Right. Yo, bro.
I am not going to challenge that man in wearing a suit, okay?
No, bro, you better not, bro. Tony, man, hey, that's the new Tony White challenge, bro. You better get your suit, man, your suit game right. Hey. That boy be fresh, boy. Hey, man, ain't nobody mess with you. Then he got the nerve talking about, man, I ain't making no noise.
I ain't never making no noise.
Bro, you are the noise, bro. What you talking about?
Now, look.
If Omar shows up, it's going to be a battle. So
that's it,
brother.
The 2 of them together.
Godfather told Omar, if you miss the prayer, don't even come no more. Hey, look, we was at the last cookout. We was working. We pulled up. We had two limousine sprinters out there. Godfather said, "Man, what y'all doing? We couldn't miss the prayer."
Man, that's what's up, man. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something, Godfather. Like, I remember when Ryan came to your spot and they did an actual live stream. So they like Godfather's house became Shop HQ Central, and I just look at everything, not just Godfather, but everything that everybody's contributed to this community. Right now, let me bring it to YouTube real quick, because here's the stark difference. There are a number of people that I give so much credit to. You know what I'm saying? I'll throw a name out. TGV. TGV is a character, a guy. He ain't a character. He's a guy out here that's been doing YouTube for, I want to say, 11 years. Right? He's presented so many different watches. He has a dinosaur on his channel, but that's his thing. Right? And there's a lot of people that respect him, some that don't. And I'm not here to say, hey, if you love or hate, I'm just looking at the people that's contributed to horology in some form or fashion. Because honestly, the way technology is right now, none of us need watches. You got cell phones, we got tablets, we got computers, man. You got some people that got the chips. Like your time probably popping up in your eyeballs at this point. But my thing is, there's been people that have curated a community, and I applaud everybody, and I appreciate the flowers that you guys give me. But let me give flowers while I'm here, because again, based on what we know, life isn't promised, and it don't matter the age. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, like we had to bury somebody special last year. I'm saying my son last year, and then I had a number of friends that died. I had some relatives that died. You know what I'm saying? And then like all these different people, you never know when the last time is. So dude, and I'll be just like the kayak guy. Once I leave here, man, like whoever I leave control of I'm not gonna take none of these videos down. People will be able to go back as long as there's a YouTube. You'll be able to go back if you want to know what Kendi sound like or Felix. I got videos of everybody. I have archived all of this, everything. You know what I'm saying?
And you told
If
me
you're
you're
not
going
on
to
the
destroy
video,
them.
what'd you say?
You told me you're going to destroy the ones of me.
Oh no, no, heck no. Especially the ones of you. I'm definitely keeping those. It's evident. No, but like this has been a beautiful journey. And not saying that anybody on this panel is about to go anywhere, but we don't know that. So while we're up here, man, I just want to just take time out. That's why I put this live together. And I would say this live is important, very important. I tried to start this live up, man, and man, the lighting was terrible. My camera went out. My computer again. I got my computer up, it was running, and it just failed. I don't know what happened, man. I was like, okay, whatever. So I'm on the phone, and I'm doing like I have another phone over here looking through the chat, just seeing who's in here. I see Meet Nas in there. The generator's in here. And that's the other thing too. I want to mention, it don't have to be watches though. If you came to the channel because like me, I met them through watches, but they have a YouTube channel. They are authors, right? You know what I'm saying? They're travel experts, man. They have everything at this point. And they just launched a book, you know what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with watches. But it's just like I've been a part of so much. You know what I'm saying? And like I think today, the House of X was doing a backpack thing. I was supposed to be in New York. You know what I'm saying? But I had mentioned the other day that AI can't be your friend, but AI can also be an enemy, man. AI wiped me out, y'all.
Yeah.
AI wiped, when I tell you AI, the script, when it got to me and take care of it, wiped me out. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. Just getting back on my feet from AI. And I'm like, yo, I don't like it. But at the end of the day, we wanted to come here and celebrate these people. We want to celebrate not just them. That's right. The reason why I came on this panel, because whoever came up, I want to celebrate you as well. Because if you're up here, you are a pillar of this community. You are a cultivator of the community. At the end of the day, Godfather, you have had your hands in Invicta since '91. Since like I don't know who caught the Seiko in the top of their head. If you know, you know. That person may be watching this channel right now, like, it's him. You're the reason why I got this. You know what I'm saying? But you've been doing it since '91. I know Kimon is the reigning defending champion. Oh, and yes, nobody's ever defeated Kimon in a battle. And I know Kimon's watching. So, hey man, salute to Kimon. Big Bow One or Magnum Vic. I have a watch here that me and him have together. We both have this watch, man, and this graffiti, but it looks like lightning strike. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't know if you guys know this, but my theme song came from Tony Woe. You guys know this, but if you're new here, my theme song came from Tony Woe, and until the lightning strike, that actually was by Big. Big said that during the live, and I was like, yo, that's dope. He said things, he was like, until the next lightning strike, ladies and gentlemen. I was like, oh, wow, I like that, so I'm taking it. Thank you, sir. So Trap Vision isn't Trap Vision by himself. T. White, man, I appreciate you, bro, because you've always said that, man. When I tell you a brother that support, and I can't even mention all of the stuff that this man has done.
I wouldn't do it, but he know how much I appreciate him because his brother stood by me in some dark times. And I know he's still standing behind me. And I know if I call that brother right now, be like, yo, bro, and he ain't gonna question. He ain't even gonna mention it. Cause he don't. Did y'all Tony White don't do that. If Tony White help you, if he for you, he for you. If he's just a gift horse for you though, but that's all you gonna use him for, then you're not gonna get the best of Tony White. All you gonna get is he'll pay for you just to get out of his life. How about that? I'm just keeping it 100. I'm keeping it 100, man. Because if you use anybody for like just to get gang stuff, bro. Oh yeah. You have to reevaluate your lifestyle, man, because you never know. Like people got feelings too. You know what I mean? People ain't here just to, you know what I mean? And I know people don't like Tony White don't mind helping, man, but don't use folks on here, man. And you're supposed to care about folks. If you don't, then stay out their way. That's all I'm saying. Can't force you to do it, but like that's crazy, man. All right, hold up. Let me see. I want to make sure that's only because Kamon's too scared to battle me, Trap.
Oh boy.
Come on, challenge. Hey, come on. If you listening right now, man, hey, I will bring that right back, bro. I will bring the battles, I'll run it back, bro. We can do, man. Man, what we talking about?
Hey, I ain't battling, but guess what? I'm also undefeated.
True. You are undefeated. And I think who was that? Felix. We're trying to get Felix to battle him. He was like, man, no, man. He let me get my weight up, bro. T White, man, you know, man, that's cheating, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's cheating. He been collecting too long, bro. And I'm like, nah, bro. You was talking all that noise, talking about I'm the #1 collector. Where you at, bro? Huh? Hey, you know what's funny though? Is Felix something that y'all don't know? Me and Felix talked before he battled Vic. He said, I looked at Vic's collection. He said, oh, I'm going to eat him up. Because Vic's collection is, he said, man, it's soft. He was like, yo, he ain't really got no heat. And I was like, you sure about that? He said, Trap, I'm looking. He said, I'm going through. I said, okay.
Hey,
Hey, like Transformers, there's more than meets the eye.
There you go. There you
That
go.
boy got to me eat, boy.
Trap.
He
When
done posted everything, bro. He has not posted everything in his collection. So I told him, I said, be warned. You're going up against Vic.
I battle twice a year. Okay. I be battling them 7 grills twice a year.
That's it. But hey, Godfather, truth be told, you can battle anybody in the community. I'm just saying. I'm just
No,
saying.
he can't, because none of us are stupid enough to go up against him.
I mean, bro. Hey, wait a minute. In the master of storytelling, I wouldn't go, man. Godfather, I'm confident in what I got in my collection. I don't even have half of what I got, but I go up against anybody on this panel except for Tony White. I ain't going up against none of y'all. I'm lying. I'm lying. I ain't messing with none of y'all.
Why you bringing up Transformers? My favorite line from that movie. I got better things to do tonight than die. That's what I be. If they say Vic, you battling Godfather tonight, I got better things to do tonight than die.
Hey, bro, Godfather. Just imagine the story he's gonna tell with those. And look, man, no, absolutely not. I battle either one of y'all except Godfather. I go up against Tony White. And that's suicide. I ain't going up against that cat.
I will go up against all you guys with one watch. I'll just take one watch. You guys can have as many as you want. Okay. And I will battle you with one watch.
I might have been bought at night, but it wasn't last night. You know?
Man, ain't nobody. I'm not going up against you, Godfather.
I don't need to smoke.
Hey, Darren chiming in right now talking about I'm undefeated too. He said I'm undefeated as well. Hey, and it's crazy because hey, he put Felix out the pasture. He made Felix rethink his whole life.
Hey, Godfather, I was boy.
Yeah, it
was
funny.
So, question of the night. Question of the night. All right, in honor of our friend Felix. If Godfather had challenged him, do you think Felix would have taken that battle?
Absolutely.
No.
I think he would have.
He would have.
I don't know.
Think he-
I don't know that Godfather.
So I don't think
Because
he would have.
he
I
was
don't.
petrified of me.
I don't see him backing down.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he would have won.
Well, he was petrified of me.
That's just it. See, the only reason why Felix would have done it, in my opinion, was so that he can say that he went up against Godfather.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that.
Hey,
Just so that he can say, yeah, I went up. Hey, I may have lost, but guess what? I went up against Godfather. None of y'all want to go up against Godfather? I did. You know, just so he can have that, you know, he would not be going in thinking that he could win. Okay, but I believe that he would have accepted the challenge just so that he would be able to have the bragging right that he went up against me.
You know what? I can agree with that because
You know what made me think? You know what that made me think of, Trap?
What's that?
So when we were planning the last cruise, and we were trying to come up with an event, something to make the battle special. I came out and I said, I'll tell you what, I will take on 2 people in a 2-on-1 battle.
Yep.
And Deidre was like, that's crazy. Why would you do that? And based off of what you just said about Felix, he and I may have been a little more similar than I'd like to admit. Because here's the thing. If I won, I beat 2 players at the same time. If I lost, dang, man, it took 2 of y'all to beat me.
There you go.
It was a win-win.
It was. Who was this? EK said, which one of y'all took Degenerates took that Rainbow 7750 Speedway on eBay? Who bought that? Who bought it? Tony White probably got it. Yeah, that's Tony. That's a Tony White movie.
I never tell. I just send y'all codes when there's a good deal.
Oh, you know what, man? I'm gonna tell you what. He was a covert operative for Invicta, man. Tony White. Tony White hit me up one day, sent me a code, and said, "Hey, Trap, you don't have this watch. Here's the code." And I looked at it. I looked at the code, and I see what it brought it down to. How can you deny it? And I said, you know what, man. And then he come back like 3 days later. Hey, bro, you got that watch? I said, yeah. Here's another one. I said, T White, man, get out of here, bro. what you doing, bro? And it was like undeniable deals too. I'm like, man, that's crazy.
He called me up as I was looking at it. Was before the cruise, and I was like, because I was looking at the Pro Diver, the Miami edition, and I turned around. So I bought it through stores, right? And Tony called me and said, man, did you get that watch? I was like, yeah. He said, wait a minute, look. I got this code for you. Right? And I'm looking, I said, wait a minute. I said, well, the code doesn't work on store. I said, no. It's like shop. I'm like, okay. So what was that? It was like 40%, 50%?
Yep.
And I turned around. I canceled the one in stores, right? Ordered it on shop. It was like 50% off. And then the next day, it was a price drop. So I called up and got the price drop. I ended up getting the watch was like $200-something, but I ended up getting it for like $62.
Crazy work, bro. Crazy work. I've walked in a couple of those. Matter of fact, I would say maybe a dozen. That's with T White. A dozen. And if I go back to matter of fact, because I got this in my email, and when I did the Tony White challenge, he's been hitting me with these deals ever since then. That Tony White challenge was that 3 years ago?
Longer than that, bro. It
was 4 years ago.
It's got to be 2020, bro.
Yeah,
that was during COVID. Because we was in the house. We was in the house. That was, bruh. So just think, 6 years of T White, man, just getting us, man, that's crazy, bro. You been, man, this dude, but I tell you what though, I don't regret none of it, man. It's been a beautiful thing, man. This whole experience has been beautiful. I met some lovely people, man, from Jill. And I remember Jill was one of the first people to come on my show. Her and Roy, Watchman 54, were the first two. And I did Roy, I did he was on one device and I was like, all you can hear was the audio. him. You know what I'm saying? I was interviewing him then, and we're going way back, like 6 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, and I just, it's just been a blessing up to this point. All right, hold on, let me get you back in. Notorious.
You know,
VIC.
after Felix lost that first battle, right?
Yeah.
He called me up that night. He's like, "You think I won, right? I won, don't you think so? I won that battle." I'm like, "Felix, no, you didn't win. How could you say you won if you didn't win?" He was pissed.
Oh, he was man. He called me, bro. He said, "I need a recount."
Yeah.
He called me. He was hot, boy.
So
He said,
then,
"Tony, how many rounds you score me?" I say, 2, Felix. 2? That's all I got is 2? I say, Felix, I gave you 1 off of what you lied about.
and then
Yeah.
after that, he was texting me every day, picture of watches. I'm gonna buy this one. I'm gonna buy this one. He spends $1,000 freaking dollars a day just to try and win a battle. It's like, you're
Yeah.
crazy.
Bro.
Nah, you can't
He
do
was a
He
that.
was
good guy,
crazy, but
man.
he was funny. I'll tell you that. He was funny.
It's
He
not
was a good
about
guy.
the amount of money you
Very
spend.
good guy. Just
Because
had,
one
like
of
you
the
said,
watches
an
that he
ego that
battled Vic with
climbs
on the
mountains.
cruise, he had just bought at the
Yeah, he
Victor
did.
store at the mall. He
At
spent
the Sawgrass
$1,400
store.
for that thing.
Yeah,
It's
Sawgrass
Sawgrass
store.
Mall. Yup,
Yeah.
he did. He did. And I told him, no, yo, I said, yo, Felix, you can't do that, bro. Like, that's not gonna work. You don't have a story. You don't like. I said, what are you gonna say about this watch? You just got it. And he got up there and he was like, yeah, I got this. He was like, what?
Yeah.
He said, hey, give me the name of it. I said, I'm not telling you nothing. It's your
So
watch, bro. What you talking about,
you know,
man?
one
You want to
thing I
tell the
got
true
to bring
story?
light
Yeah,
to.
yeah. I just bought this so I can try and beat this
So,
guy. I spent
oh,
$1,200 on this watch.
so one thing I got to bring light to
Crazy.
Mhm.
on that last cruise that we went on. So,
Super guy though. I mean, he had a big heart. He had a big heart.
uh-oh. Y'all hear me okay?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Okay.
can hear you.
Yeah,
I
we
can hear
All
you.
got
Go
right,
you.
my
ahead.
bad. All right, so on that last cruise we went on, and this
I
was
can't hear him.
before the battle. So Trap, I've talked to you about it. I may have talked to you about it, Tony, but in the last 5 years, I found out that I was a product of a kinship adoption, an adoption within my family. And I'm just now getting to know my biological father and my siblings through him. And prior to this, I have never had anyone in my family battling breast cancer.
Mhm.
And it, to the point where it just, I had a heart for anybody who was going through it, but I never really had a connection to it. So, in October when we rock our pink bands and our pieces with the pink in them, that's never been me. I never had one before. I never, I was never connected to it. My biological sister, two of my biological sisters through my father have been, had battled breast cancer and come out on the other side. On that cruise, they brought out some pieces for us to buy before the battles. One of them was that bubblegum pink Venom,
Mhm.
the pink and
Oh, that's
silver
great.
Venom. And I was going to buy it. And I talked to the guy they had there, and he said, actually, somebody spoke up for it first. It was Felix. And he was standing right there. He said, yeah, man, I got dibs on it first. Unless, is there specific reason that you wanted? And I told him, what it was for me. He said, man, that's all yours. You take that.
Wow.
Out of an abundance of gentlemanhood,
Mhm.
he stood to the side for me to get that watch, for my sisters. And I will never, ever forget that act of kindness because he didn't have to,
Yeah, I mean, and that's one thing I'll say, man. Because all of us got stories. There's people that's gonna watch this video or this live stream after the fact. Um, Feel free to chime in your story with Felix. I've watched everybody on Facebook post a picture. That means a tons of pictures. I saw Tanya's picture on there. And Anthony's picture. I've seen so many people that take a picture with Felix, and Felix made sure that he got everybody's names on his box.
Mhm.
And I even remember him saying he started that. He said, Trev, I'm the one that started this signature thing. I was like, Felix, you wouldn't even. I said, okay, bro. You can have it, bro. Like he said, well, if I didn't start it, bro, then I made it cool. I was like, okay, I feel whatever you say, bro. You know what I'm saying? And where he is right now in peace, man, he don't have to suffer no more. He ain't got to battle or do none of that stuff no more. I want you guys to stay tuned, please. For any information I found out about Felix, if their family needs help or something like that, man, I ask that you guys open up your hearts towards that. I'm sure they'll post it on Facebook, and if that does come open, I'll post it here for those that's not attached to Facebook like that, man. But I am going to put up. Kendi has a celebration of life coming up. For those that, if you wanted to go, I don't know if they still have room for it or not, but like you have to schedule time or book reservation or whatever. But and I know the family just posted, which is crazy. It's a beautiful thing when people post so much to the family, say, "Hey, we love you guys for loving on her, but you're gonna have to put this in this area because it's overwhelming and family's still grieving." And you have to respect that. But like Kendi touched a lot of people's hearts, man. She's been, I mean, think about how many homes Kendi has visited through your tablet, your phone, or whatever the case is. And then what's crazy is some of Felix's attitude towards being the top flight collector. I blame Kendi. So I'm pretty sure Kendi and Felix is having a laugh about that right now, where they are in retrospect, because she would hype him up to come on. And then, wait a minute, hold up. Since we going down this avenue, nobody in the world ever called in more than Godfather to shop HQ. But then when Felix came in, he said, I'm the one that's keeping the lights on here. I'm the number one collector. Nobody calls in more than me, man. And like people buy watches when they hear me talk because they want to be like me, man. He's like, Trap, I'm the number one collector. So Godfather had to take a back seat to Felix because his ego wouldn't allow you to share space, bro.
Oh, that's no lie. He said that all the
A
time.
legend in his own mind.
Man, bro. I'm trying to
My
tell you.
thing is, I let him have it for the simple fact I'm not
Oh,
here
I can't hit Godfather.
for praise and accolades. I'm just here to have fun. Enjoy this family and everything like that, and just enjoy life. And love what I collect what I love. You know my saying. If it smacks me in the face, I got to get it. So
Yeah.
and I've never sit up there and try to say, because of me, everybody's buying these watches. Nobody knows me from Adam. I'm just an ordinary guy, who enjoys having cookouts and enjoys people coming to enjoy the food, And like I tell people, you come, you don't have a good time, you ain't got to come back.
I know
Everybody else
that's
is
right.
having a good time is coming back and getting seconds and taking to-go plates and everything like that. Hey, you're not going to hurt my feeling if you don't enjoy yourself and don't come back.
That's
You're
why I
not.
always make my first plate like it's 2 plates. I stack that thing up, boy. I plays no game. And if you want cake, if you want that German chocolate cake that Deidre made, you better get that junk on the way. When you get your food, cut you a little slicing because Godfather slice is already taken away, so you ain't got to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? They make sure he got his piece. But I'm
Yep.
telling you, the sweets, if you go to Godfather's and you say, I want to participate and you like sweets, you better get it on that, because if the seconds go around, I guarantee you it's gone. It's over with. You have
Right.
plenty of drinks.
Basically,
You can sit there and
If
have
Deidre
drinks.
says those magic words to me, it's over.
Bro,
Jason can get mad at you once, but she'll come up, she'll whisper it in my ear, peach cobbler, and then
bro,
I'm done. I'm
done.
yeah.
done.
She
So
Done.
basically what Deidre does is she would cut my piece of German chocolate cake, and then the peach cobbler and the apple cobbler, she'll scoop that out to put in my trays and stuff like that. Once she cuts and puts my stuff away, then the desserts is open to everybody.
I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, she makes sure I have my stuff. Then it's open to everybody. Because I think the first year she made that German chocolate cake, I
oh yeah.
almost didn't get any. Because it's like I'm busy being host, and
You
she
don't
knows
always
what the
get to
cake
eat.
was. She said, Godfather,
Yep.
did you get your German chocolate cake? I said, no, I didn't. She said, all right, let me get in here real quick. he grabbed the last piece and put it up for me and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know they would. Hey, people were still eating their first plate, and all of a sudden, all the cake was gone.
Mhm.
Facts.
Well, family, I tell you what, man, we're gonna wind this thing down. I want it to be a little watchable, I guess. We've been on an hour and 24 minutes. I will have another stream. I'm gonna download another streaming service so we can actually, because I want to play some stuff that we have, but I'm going to be sharing some of those past cruise videos. And it's funny that when I first started doing YouTube, man, my first, well, I'm gonna say 3 to 4 years of doing YouTube, the videos weren't being watched as much. Those videos now have been some of the leading videos in my archive now. People are watching those old cruise videos. So I'll repost those because it's some beautiful things on there. I'll make some clips of those things and start putting them on shorts and whatnot. Because I want to just capture our moments, man. Because you, like I said, me being in YouTube and I see that there are a number of watch reviewers. There's so many different people doing different things. You got Teddy, you got people in Australia. You got so many people. The UK horology, I guess, community. It's all about Swiss made. It's all about certain brands, and there's times when people miss the human factor of it, because that watch is just a beautiful trinket until you pick it up and bring it to life.
Mm.
It means nothing until it could be. I don't care if it's a Patek. I don't care if it's an AP. I don't care if you're a Richard Mille fan. All these watches, if you obtain any of these watches, great, good, cool. You did what you had to do. I don't care what you did. That watch means nothing without your wrist. You are actually more valuable than that watch that you put on. But I know that to tell a story here on YouTube to get people's attention, there has to be an emphasis on luxury. It has to be emphasis on all these things. But I refuse to go under that. My recipe has always been family. My recipe has always been, hey, it started with a watch, and that's just communication. That's the icebreaker. The watch has always been the icebreaker. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And this community has been like, and I'm taking a page out of Vic's book. He said, this family second to none. Been a member for 48 months. Thank you, bro, for that. What's up, Jay Jones? You finally got here, man. Where you been, bro? Come on, Jay.
He always late to the party.
He is, man. That's why
You
we
know
about
he's
to get
got
off,
that
man. We got
AOL
time for you.
dial-up internet.
Boy, you remember? That was, yeah. Jay Jones always had a hard time getting on. Yeah, so Magnum's here. So yeah, man. And I'm gonna give it to you, like, you guys, man. Let's close this thing down. But I'm gonna give it to you guys what y'all got to say before we get up out of here.
Well, I just want to say I'm shocked that it happened. I'm saddened, and my condolences to his family. And definitely let me know if there's anything we need to do.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just want to say, Felix and Candy, you will be missed in the community. You know, you two were a vital part of what we do and on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah. Yeah. Most definitely. Well, look, man, this dude, I ain't even giving you no intro. What you want, bro?
I just want to say, first and foremost, good evening, everybody.
What's up, Jay?
What up, JJ?
And first, and the other thing is, I know you all heard. I know Trap probably mentioned it about our friend and our brother.
That's what we've been talking
That's
about
my
the whole.
problem, Trap. I've been having a hard day.
Okay.
All right. You all met him. I've talked to him over the night, sometimes for 4 and 5 hours while he's on the road. So we've gone to a relationship like it's really been tough, man. It's tough.
Bro, close one of them devices, bro.
Huh?
Close one of them devices, bro. Why you always causing problems, bro?
Always
You trying to
heckling.
have a moment. Wait a minute. You trying to have a moment where you shared about Felix. You got 2 devices open. You
Only
came
got
on here
one.
disrupting.
You got 2
Only got one
windows
open.
open. You got 2 windows open,
You
man.
I
got
can't
2
even
windows
hear
I don't
him.
know
open.
how that happened.
I can't even hear him.
Right. Thank you, Jay. It's always you, bro. Go ahead. Continue.
Forget about it. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
No sign, no nothing.
He didn't even give me a chance to kick him off. Dang. Man, Jay Jones has been a great part of this, man. Always had a joke or two on him, man. Jay hits me up. He was the one that let me know too. Yeah, dude, this, you know what? It is sad, but at the end of the day, man, we had some great laughs on here because we know the type of guy that Felix is, right? He will be immortalized through our pictures, through our stories, through all of the things that we've done, man. Kendi as well. Um, Everybody that we lost, everybody, even a Nitro Jill, like every member. And if there's a member, if there's somebody that I missed, please put it and post it, man. It'd be nice to have like a visual of everybody that we missed, man. Even if it's on a T-shirt or something like that, or a banner. Um, I'm gonna, as a matter of fact, I'll start working on that, man. I'll like, and if I miss somebody, please let me know. But yeah, we're gonna close out right here, man. Everybody that tuned in today, there's been up to like 30 people in the chat at some point, and I appreciate you guys coming in. Even if you just came in, thank you for that, man. Jay Jones, I know I give you a hard time, but I appreciate what you a huge contribution. You're a pillar as well, man. His collection is crazy. That's another one that was just buying like he's still buying like crazy. You know, the dude ain't stop. He's probably, if I don't know any better, I think he's past T White. And T White got a huge collection.
Well,
And I want to hear you only got 5 or
I ain't
10
got but 10
watches.
watches, boy. 10
he
There
only
you
watches.
got
go.
10 watches, you know.
I know.
That's in one case, though.
Right,
That's what he's not saying. It's in
right,
one case.
right,
Yeah.
right. Oh, hold on. What is he saying?
What are you saying?
What
I
you want?
what? I do what? I have more
Hold
than
on.
who?
I still can't hear him.
There we
Oh,
go.
you got
You
more.
got
You
over 1,000 watches, man.
yes, bro.
Thousand.
You got
Godfather.
over 1,000 watches.
Godfather. I'll never catch up to you, Godfather.
Man, that man got over 1,500 watches in between 3.5 years.
Right?
I'll never. Hey, all you guys put together, I'll never catch up to you guys, man. You guys are the greatest. That ain't no lie.
I
Yeah, you're
appreciate
gonna
the flowers,
surprise
bro, but
me.
stop it.
Especially that guy Trap. If you
Woo!
if you if you if you watch Trap going to all these places, man, all these watches he pulls out, I've never seen some of them, and I follow Trap all the time.
Oh,
I never see. And Godfather don't even talk about you. I ain't messing with you,
Hey,
Tony.
I
I
have
ain't
nothing.
messing with you. I ain't messing with you guys.
I got one pocket watch. That's it.
Yeah. Hey, Godfather. I only have 2 watches. The first
Jay
one,
Jones.
I only got
Jay
2 watches,
Jones. We
Godfather.
got you center stage, baby. We got you center stage, man.
I
You gonna
see it.
take us. We gonna
I
end
see
on
it.
you. End my show, bro. End my show.
Listen, may God bless all of you guys out there. May he keep you safe. May he keep you happy. May he keep you prosperous. And may he let you buy all the watches that you want.
Ain't
And
that
let
something?
and not have Trap get on your butt.
And
Mean into
until
that,
the
Jerry.
next, hey, bro, guess what? Get out of here. Hey, y'all, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. I love all you. And until the next lightning strike, man, y'all be blessed.
Peace.